Hey everyone, it's Daniel. This is just another weekly update, and I'd like to just get into it. So I won an award, or Sequence Storm won an award. It's the Utah Independent Game Developers Association Best Indie Game Award. So that was fun to win. I was actually nominated for two awards, this one and Game of the Year. I went to the ceremony, which was alright. It wasn't the most fun. I can't get excited about that kind of event. I won this one, and then I didn't win the other one, and I don't know. I didn't even stick around to the end of the ceremony because I just wasn't having a good time. But anyway, that's just not the type of thing's just not for me. So anyway, I got this. I wish I had got the other one. Game of the Year, that would have kind of made me happy, but I get why I didn't. The other game was just so much more professional and polished, had like artwork, animations, things that my game kind of doesn't have. Anyway, so it just made me think that I could do stuff differently. The other thing that recently happened, the Team Trees event is over. Players earned 216 trees, I think, which is a ton. So I already donated half of the $100, which was the cap, which is what I said I was going to donate. I'm going to do the rest of it later. In the update that I'm going to post today, hopefully, I'm going to put in-game, on the Steam version anyway, little tree. The little trees are going to be a silver, or bronze, silver, and gold ones for the top three, and then of course and in the all the leaderboards, if you had earned any trees, that'll show up next to your name. So that's cool. That was fun to do. I guess I'm not sure if I probably won't. If I ever do an event again, it won't be exactly like that. I don't know if I would tie it to a charity either. I just don't. I don't know. It took a lot of time, and it took a lot of money, so it's just like, was it worth it? I don't know. It was fun to do, and it was a good experience to see how that turned out, but anyway, so I feel informed on how to do that kind of thing, and if I do another event, it will certainly be much better, right? So the next thing I want to talk about is the DLC that I've been working on. I haven't been able to post anything new, any updates to the like the preview, because the tree thing kept me really busy. Also, I've been kind of thinking about, well, first of all, Patreon. I still don't really have any rewards except for access to that preview, which I haven't even updated for a couple of weeks, or a few probably at this point. So I don't know what exactly to do for patrons. I was wondering if there was a way that I could actually, just like with the trees thing, if patrons could be denoted somehow in the game, on the leaderboards, some kind of like supporter badge or something, that would only be on the Steam version, or I don't know. People will have to let me know, because a lot of people do the thing where they mention their patrons in videos and stuff, and that's just kind of the thing where, as a viewer, I don't know or care who these random people are, and as someone, if I were a patron, I don't know if I would care about having my name in a video. But if that is actually interesting to you, then let me know, because I don't know. So anyway, you're the ones like giving me money, so like tell me what do you want, right? But as far as the expansion goes, I've been really thinking about how to do this, because I was thinking like mathematically, if I spent the time doing it, even if everyone who owns the game bought the expansion, just for it to be worth it for me, I would have to probably like rush making it, and I think what it would be so much better to do instead would be to make a much bigger change. Like if we look at the game right now and say that's a 1.0 version, I'd like to kind of develop more of a 2.0 game. And so I've been in the mindset of like coming up with ideas. First of all, like updating the visuals and stuff like that to be more appealing to people. And I think that would, number one, just get a lot more players. So I've been thinking about things like that. I want to move into move on to the next version, not just expand on what's already there. And that might involve new types of gameplay, new graphics, obviously. Let's see, I was trying just different things. I tried to see how would the game play if missing a note caused your autopilot to turn off for a minute or malfunction. And so if you missed a note during a turn, you would slam into the wall and you would have no control. Something like that. I've been playing like that, and it's actually kind of fun. It makes the game feel a lot more dynamic and interesting, so I want to explore ideas like that. It makes it a lot harder. But in the case of that change, it actually ties in really well with the hyper ability. You want to use that during turns, and so instead of just boosting past notes, right? So if you do miss a note, you'll slam into a wall. So it does kind of tie in with the rest of the abilities and stuff. Also, I've been thinking about making the track be more dynamic, because right now it's like this, it's like a ribbon, just it's always the same width. It's kind of static, but what if it could change widths? What if it could have more corners and interesting, chicanes, they call them, like a little wall or something into the track, so if you are steering, you have to kind of swerve around things like that. Or I've also been playing with a slightly more dynamic camera. The camera right now is kind of tuned around just the rhythm gameplay, but if I kind of make it move around a bit more and be more dynamic and focus on the car or the rig instead, it's actually a little bit funner, I think. So these are the kinds of ideas that I want to demonstrate and kind of bounce off of players and see, what do you think about this? If I had planned well enough, I could actually show you some of that. Should I do that? I don't think I have. I don't have those changes. Okay. Yeah, I'm a bad planner when it comes to these videos. I just write up what I want to talk about and then talk about it. But it's something I should do is kind of present this stuff and see what people think. But I could even go further into different race game tropes, what if the track could split up into two and you choose which way to go, and in something like that there could even be two different versions of the music that plays, depending on where you go. Or what if there are boost pads that you can drive over to get a speed boost? Or what if there's jumps? That's something that a lot of games have, jumps, but I don't know what any of that even means in the context of this game right now. So I'm trying to think outside the box. There's lots of different ideas I have. I even want to change the presentation of how all the notes look on the screen, and I've got some ideas, but I want to kind of solidify those a little bit more before I kind of show anybody. So I think I've got good ideas. That's what I'm trying to say. And I was thinking, if I did ever want to crowdfund, I would need to have a lot of this stuff and have it look really cool. Just to get even pay for voice acting, or animations, all kinds of stuff. If I ever wanted to put together a trailer that I would use to like crowdfund for this expansion, or maybe it's even like a sequel at this point, I don't know. But I really think that in order to make it really work, I really have to go kind of to the next level on all the features, the graphics, gameplay, everything kind of everything has to kind of move forward. I can't just do more of the same, because it's just not going to work. Mathematically, it won't work. Anyway, that's all very exciting, isn't it? That's all I had to talk about. So, subscribe, look at my Twitter, review the game on Steam, please. I think I've got just 37? I don't know. I don't think I have any more since last week. That's kind of depressing, but... So if you haven't, and if you've played the game, you like it, leave a review. That would be cool. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys next week, hopefully. Thanks. Bye.